Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our Season 9 climb through the rank ladder using a team we built from scratch. A couple of things before we get started here. First thing, if you haven't watched the Locked Out video, go ahead and watch that. That'll explain why you haven't watched a Tuesday video and why Tuesday's video was Monday's video. It's a brief video. You'll get it as soon as you watch it. Second thing is we're not going to be using our Trick Room team for this video because we noticed a challenge between half the team, and that challenge was I went to the wrong thing, and that challenge was Oranguru, Tinglu, and Brute Bonnet were not set correctly. While they do have the correct moves that I want them to have, the Terras are not. So there's that. So we're going to be walking in with our Chien-Pao Dragonite team with Tornadus, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Iron Hands. And we're also going to use that team because of the fact that while we went 2 and 3 for Monday's video, whoops, well, Bori can come out. Hello, Bori. While we went 2 and 3 for the Trick Room team's video, we dropped below or above 10,000. So I kind of want to bring it back and increase our rank a little bit. Plus, we can also make a little bit more detailed list of what we're expecting to do with this team since we only have a few days left in August. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in with the matches right now. But before we get started, please don't forget to do the YouTube things by liking the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave. And hit the notification bell that's on the right of the subscribe button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. All right, our first match is ready to go. We got Urshifu, Tornadus, Gyarados, Fluttermane, Volcarona, and Palmot. Ooh, Palmot's really interesting. Palmot has Revival Blessing, which is going to revive someone in the back, which is really cool. They only get the one time, but with the Lepa Berry, you get it a second time, and then, you know, bring people in the back. The other thing is, I don't have Garchomp here. So usually when I fight against Palmot, Garchomp usually comes in and saves the day. I don't have him this time, so it's going to be really interesting. Another thing to note is Gyarados has Intimidate, so that's a thing. Volcarona is also might be a problem. I'm not 100% sure how they're built, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. Urshifu, single strike or rapid strike, we're not sure, but we're gonna have to fill this in. So I'm gonna bring in Tornadus, Chien-Pao, and then in the event that I have to deal with like Volcarona, I'll bring in Urshifu and then Dragonite to bring it in the back so that maybe I could swap out Tornadus for someone else. I just want to prevent Taunt from being activated, or at least get Tailwind off. Because outside of Fluttermane, I am faster than the rest of the team. So that's what I'm really hoping for. All right, it's going to be Tornadus and Gyarados versus my Tornadus and Chien-Pao. So Intimidate's going to go off here, but the defense drops is still going to happen. All right. So how should I deal with this combo here? Let's taunt the Gyarados, and I'm gonna Ice Spinner into the Tornadus. Taunt goes off, shuts off the Gyarados from using Dragon Dance or Thunder Wave or even Taunt himself. Tailwind's gonna go off on that Tornadus, which is totally fine. Icy Wind on the Gyarados, which is gonna drop Chien-Pao speed by 1 stage, but it will not do anything to the Tornadus. This should, however, knock out Tornadus immediately. Oh, it leaves him with 1 HP because he does not have Sash. Oh, interesting. We're gonna have Tailwind here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and... Is he gonna use Bleak Wind? I think so. So I'm gonna use... I mean, Gyarados isn't going to do anything besides Icy Wind now either, but I'm doing Tailwind, so it's probably beneficial if I take out the Tornadus. See, yeah, we'll do that. Ice Spinner into the Tornadus. I should be faster still. Taunt is going to go off on my Tornadus, which is totally fine. Unfortunately, I won't get Tailwind off, but that's okay. Waterfall will now go into the Chien-Pao. Ice Spinner will now hit the Tornadus. Alright, so Tornadus goes down, and I have to switch my Tornadus out and hopefully, because I can't get Tailwind off, so I need to have an answer. Here comes Palmut. Okay, this answers my question quite easily. We'll bring out Dragonite, and I will protect Chien-Pao. Now, Dragonite should not be weak against electric attacks. He is part flying, but Dragon does add resistance to stuff, so I don't know if that's going to be the thing, but we'll see. Double shot. We'll take quite a bit of damage there. It's powered up with electricity. And Waterfall goes into the Chien-Pao, which isn't going to do a whole lot. Gyarados shook off the taunt. Totally fine with that. Now we're going to go ahead and Terra Normal, Extreme Speed, into the Palmut. And I'm going to Sucker Punch into the Palmut as well. Is that going to be the key? Is that going to be the thing? I think that's going to be the thing. Let's go for it. They're going to Terra. And it's the Palmut, and it's going to be electric. Okay. Now it's definitely weak against Stomping Tantrum, but I didn't use it. But I'm also going to Terra. It's going to be Dragonite. It's going to become the Terra Normal Madness Man. And here comes that Extreme Speed with the Sucker Punch loaded up too. Hopefully that'll be enough to knock it out. Extreme Speed into the Palmut. Oh, drops down to just a little bit of HP. Oh, held on for the Sash. Sucker Punch goes in, knocks out the Palmut. Woo! Man, it's not that I keep forgetting that Dragonite is so powerful. It's just I don't know a lot of the other like defense tiers that other Pokemon sit, so it's weird. It's incredibly weird. Okay, their Tailwind's gone. So should I even try to go for my own? I mean, it would make sense, right? Yeah, let's do that. Their Tornadus is gone. Palmut is gone. In comes Fluttermane. They should be down to their last two, and they are. So Extreme Speed into Gyarados, and I'm going to Tailwind. Should I? Yeah, we're going to Tailwind. Fluttermane is faster than me, so it doesn't really matter. I need to get Tailwind off so that Urshifu in the back can come out and is faster. So Fluttermane will use Thunderbolt onto the Tornadus, which is going to knock it out. Good call. And Gyarados. Icy Wind. Dragonite avoided the attack. That's dope. So we don't have to worry about that. That's so cool. Seems that Gyarados is... I don't know how it's built. It's weird. We're gonna go ahead and Extreme Speed into Gyarados and Surging Strikes into the Fluttermane. Extreme Speed. I'm surprised Gyarados survived, but at the same time I'm not. He's really, really bulky, and his flying type is also very different too. Some Surging Strikes from Urshifu into the Fluttermane. It's gonna be a 3-hit KO. Yep, there you go. Fluttermane goes down, and we defeated our opponent. All right, our next fight is ready to go. We've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Golden Go, Rillaboom, Chien-Pao, and Dragonite. Ooh, good wide assortment of Pokemon here. So, how should we deal with this particular problem? I think the best thing that we can possibly plan for is to not have Fluttermane in there, because Golden Go is going to be able to knock it out with no time. at all. So I think the best one is to go Tornadus, Chien Pao, and instead of having Urshifu, we'll bring in Dragonite and Iron Hands so that we could swap out whenever we need to, fake out whenever we need to, and put a lot of offensive pressure on a Pokemon that is usually pretty frail. So hopefully, and I do mean hopefully, we come out ahead on this. I don't know what they're going to do for Tornadus. A lot of people do what I do, which is Tailwind and have that particular pressure all the way through, and using switch-ins wisely, which is something that I've always struggled with. You guys have been watching for a while, you've probably seen that from time to time. Okay, so they open up with Golden Go Tornadus, so that's a very interesting combo there. We can either go for the Taunt or the Tailwind. I think the Taunt is the best, because we're going to outspeed the Golden Go. But I can also... I mean, is it going to Terra Steel? It might Terra Steel. So I'm going to Ice Spinner. Let's Rain Dance, and I'm gonna Ice Spinner the Tornadus. If they get Tailwind off, that's totally fine. I wasn't 100% sure what they were going to do. They didn't go for any type of attacks that I could tell, but Tornadus goes down in one hit. Golden Go will then do Make It Rain. Brings Chien Pao down to its Sash, and brings Tornadus down to just 40 HP. So now they have to switch in Dragonite, so here we go. Interesting pick. Let's go ahead and do Bleak Wind just to kind of break the Dragonite Sash. Yeah, I mean, it's 100%. And we're going to Sacred Sword. You know what? Extreme Speed's probably going to come out here. I'm going to Protect. Here comes the Terra. It's going to be the normal Dragonite. So, obviously, could have Sacred Sword that slot, but Extreme Speed's going to come out, and it's going to be really, really dangerous. Extreme Speed's going to go to the Tornadus, which I'm okay with. Nasty Plot will go off the Golden Go. We'll go ahead and bring in our own Dragonite. Why not? I want a Terra. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I do want a Terra. It screams to me. It's like, use me. Do it. Do it, 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 and I'm going to. Extreme Speed into the Dragonite, and I'm going to swap Chien Pao for Iron Hands. Because that Nasty Plot from, you know, Golden Go is interesting. They did make it rain earlier, so it's not going to be like a huge problem. So let's see what happens here. We got two Terra Normal Dragonites on the field. I want to say that I won the speed tie, but I'm not sure. I do. And it's going to go right into that Dragonite. It's not going to pop... Well, it is going to pop its multi-scale. And we exchanged blows. That's cool. And here comes Make It Rain, which is going to knock out Dragonite, unfortunately. That Make It Rain might have been +1. That's the second time he used it. And Nasty Plot would have made him +1. So Chien Pao will now come back up. Okay. So Chien Pao is going to go ahead and use Sacred Sword on the Dragonite. And I'm going to fake out the Dragonite as well. See what happens. Fake out, brings it to half. Clinch couldn't move. Sacred Sword into that slot, knocks out the Dragonite. The thing is, though, I think there's still 2 Pokemon on their side of the field, and they might knock out one or both of mine now. Oh, Shadow Ball goes right into the Iron Hands. It doesn't do a whole lot. Ugh. They went ahead and sent out their own Chien-Pao, so that's dope. So now we're down to our last 2 Pokemon. I'm going to Protect, and I'm going to Drain Punch the Chien-Pao. I'm going to get all of my HP back. Probably plus more. Protect on Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao will use Sacred Sword onto that slot. Does nothing because it's protected. Golden Go is going to do what? Make it rain. It's not going to do anything to the Chien-Pao. And it's probably going to hit Iron Hands for just a bit. It's just not very effective, but, you know, get that minus special attack. But here comes the Drain Punch. Right into the Chien-Pao, breaking the sash. So there's that. And the rain stopped. All right, we're gonna Sucker Punch. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna Sucker Punch the Golden Go, and then I'm gonna Heavy Slam? No, I'm just gonna Drain Punch the Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao used Sucker Punch, but it fails. It went on to the Golden Go. Chien-Pao used Sucker Punch. It also failed. Nasty Plat on the Golden Go. That's different. Drain Punch knocks out Chien-Pao. All right, cool. So this is a very odd combination here. I'm definitely going to protect with Chien-Pao because I don't need to really do damage with him right now. And it's just literally him, Golden Go versus Iron Hands. And Golden Go can't really do a whole lot of damage, so battle's over. All right, next fight is up. We've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, and Rillaboom. Okay, so who do we worry about the most here? Maybe Urshifu. They don't really have a way to counter anyone on my side specifically. I'm kind of all over the place, but we're gonna bring out Tornadus and Chien-Pao to deal with like the Rillaboom problem. Urshifu to take down Chi-Yu, and I want to say Fluttermane, because then I could take out Iron Hands with their Fluttermane. I could take out their Fluttermane with the Fluttermane. Let's see. I'm probably going to bring in... Oh, this is a good question. I do need a counter for Rillaboom, and I don't really... I mean, I have Tornadus to do that, but he's not... Is it going to be enough, though? Chi-Yu's going to lower down special attacks. That's for sure. You know what? I'll bring out Dragonite instead. I know Fluttermane's probably a little bit better choice, but they're probably going to Terra Fairy their Fluttermane, which means I get access to extreme speed into that slot. Again, Rillaboom is probably going to be a problem, and Dragonite has Ice Spinner in the event that for some reason Chien-Pao goes down. Let's see. All right, special defenses drop from the Chi-Yu. And let's see. What should we do here? I could do Terra Ghost, but I think Rain Dance is going to be better because Chi-Yu is going to lower down... Oh, it doesn't do special attack, it does special defenses. So there's that. I'm going to Ice Spin. Sacred Sword hits? Oh, it does hit Chi-Yu. Is he Scarfed, though? You know what? I'm going to take out Tornadus. Tornadus, to me, is a little bit more of a problem. They threw out their Terra. It's going to be Chi-Yu. It's going to turn into Ghost. So that Sacred Sword, if I would have clicked that slot, would have been completely wasted. And not a bad Terra choice for Chi-Yu, by the way. Gonna Rain Dance it up so you can get a free Tailwind if you so please. which it is. Chi-Yu goes next with Heat Wave. Does not so much damage. Takes Tornadus about half, but drops Chien-Pao to its sash, which is totally fine. Because here comes the Ice Spinner right after that. Right into their Tornadus, which knocks it out. All right, your next Pokemon is Iron Hand. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started with my own Tailwind on this side of the field. And Sucker Punch into the Chi-Yu. Why not? Fake Out's probably going to take out Chien-Pao here. I'm hoping not, though. Probably been better if I would have just, you know, protected during the Fake Out chance. Sucker Punch goes into to the Chi-Yu and does knock it out. No Fake Out from the Iron Hands. That's interesting. We're now left 2-4, and they might knock out Tornadus here. But Tailwind goes off, so that's cool. Wait, that went... Oh, Sucker Punch does have a higher priority. Ice Punch goes right into the Tornadus, which is going to knock it out. But the damage at this point has already been dealt. So we don't really have to worry about that anymore. I do have access to my Terra still. Question is, do I want to use it on Urshifu or Dragonite? I'm going to use it on Dragonite. Why not? Dragonite is pretty powerful, especially with extreme speed. And right now, I still have access to Urshifu in the back. And here comes the Flutter Mane, which is totally obvious. Photosynthesis due to the booster energy. And speed was heightened. Dragonite is going to go ahead and Terra Normal Extreme Speed into the Iron Hands. And Chien-Pao is going to protect for the turn. So now I get rid of my Fairy weakness, and I open it up to Iron Hands to do a lot of damage to my Dragonite, because it is going to be weak against fighting attacks. But I'm hoping that it'll take pressure off of him by, like, maybe focusing on Chien-Pao. Maybe. We'll see. Extreme Speed will now go into the Iron Hands. Skadoosh. Oh, 2/3. Dazzling Gleam comes out from the Flutter Mane. Does nothing to the Chien-Pao. He's protected. Hits the Dragonite. Does barely any damage. Close combat will hit the Dragonite, though, and will knock it out, which is totally fine in this regard. Because we've opened it up to where we can possibly, just maybe, be able to pull this out of our hats. It's currently raining, and Urshifu, who is Mystic Water. Now, can I get a summary? $149. That's his speed. I think that, yeah, it's 149 is the speed. It's doubled during Tailwind. It's not enough to outspeed Flutter Mane, but it might be enough to KO the Iron Hands. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Sucker Punch into... Actually, no. No, we won't do that. We will Aqua Jet that slot, and we'll Ice Spinner into the Flutter Mane as well. Here comes Aqua Jet, right into the Flutter Mane. Gets barely close to knock it out, but it doesn't. Dazzling Gleam comes out next. I thought he would out... Oh, he outspeeds Chien-Pao? Under Tailwind? Tailwind was up, wasn't it? It had to be. Oh, that's weird. What? I'll have to check that back. I don't know if that's actually accurate. Hold up. Be right back. Okay, I've been kind of racking my brain on how that Flutter Mane was able to outspeed Chien-Pao. I re-looked through all the footage, and I don't remember seeing a speed down event, but you guys might be able to catch it in a later video. I'm going to keep this part in. I usually cut this out, but I'm really intrigued. How were they able to outspeed Chien-Pao when I had Tailwind up and Chien-Pao's speed is 205 and Flutter Mane's booster energy went off, making it 307. So 410 for speed and 307, and yet they were able to outspeed my Fluttermane. I don't get it. Even if I clicked Sucker Punch, it went before my Chien-Pao. It's odd. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, but we'll go ahead and continue on with our matches. All right, and our next match has Tornadus, Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Bascule Legion, I believe that's male, Amoonguss, and Fluttermane. Interesting assortment of Pokemon. We do have people that go in and out of Trick Room, but I do have to take advantage of the Bascule Legion being here because of the rain. It's going to get Swift Swim. It means I have to beat 286 to outspeed it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our Pokemon selection. We're going to bring in Tornadus, and I want to say Chien-Pao. I don't think he's going to be the best one to bring. Tornadus and Iron Hands, because then we can shut down Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Bascule Legion, Amoonguss, obviously. But I can also like Thunder Punch this Tornadus into the ground. We'll also bring in our own Fluttermane with the booster energy. Actually, no, we won't. We'll bring in Chien-Pao and we'll bring in Dragonite. I don't want to get stuck having Urshifu, because then Bascule Legion or Urshifu is going to be like hitting against each other. It's not going to be a good thing. Same thing with the Fluttermane. It's going to be bouncing against each other. Not going to be like a good idea. But I do like it against their Urshifu if they decide to bring it. I don't think they will, but it could be like a really cool thing. Let's see how this match goes. That last match, though, I still can't figure out how Fluttermane was able to outspeed my own Pokemon. So we do have a single strike Urshifu. That's interesting. So Bleak Wind is obviously going to take care of that single strike, but I don't want to have Rain Dance. So it's a good thing that we didn't bring in Urshifu, at least on our side. Okay, I had to make sure I didn't actually bring him. We're going to Tailwind, and then we're going to go ahead and I want to Fake Out. I'm going to Fake Out that Urshifu. Sucker Punch really, really hurts. And I don't want to deal with Wicked Blow either. They're going to swap, though. That's cool. Is it Bascule Legion? It is. Oh, that's dope. Fake Out goes into the Bascule Legion slot, and it doesn't do anything because it's a ghost type. That's cool. I still have Tailwind, though. They're going to start off with Rain Dance. Leer drops my defense stat one stage. Let's go. And it does Iron Hand? What the? When did it affected both Pokemon on the side of the field? What? Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Okay, so we're going to taunt the Tornadus then. And I'm going to go ahead and get straight into... I feel like I should Terra... Yeah, let's do that. Terra Thunder Punch into that Bascule Legion. I don't think Dragonite is going to really take advantage of this point of having Terra Normal. I think with Urshifu in the back, now that I know that he's there, close combat is going to be really, really dreadful. So I don't want to deal with that. Taunt will go into their Tornadus. So there you go. Fell for the taunt. Mental Herb goes off on their Tornadus, shaking it off. Here comes the Tailwind on their side. So forsaking the Rain Dance right off the bat. Okay. Waterfall goes into Iron Hands, and that's a lot of damage. Holy cow. But here comes a Terra Thunder. Thunder Punch. That's a lot of damage right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, Bascule Legion. Goodbye, Bascule Legion. So you have two Tailwinds up, so basically we run at normal speed now. But I do have a -1 defense from that Leer that Tornadus was doing. So I need to be very, very careful how I play this out now. I'm definitely going to be swapping out Iron Hands, though, because that minus in defense is crucial. Crucial. Especially if he brings out Urshifu. And his target is Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao I might be able to live through. I doubt it, but I'm going to give it a try. We're going to taunt the Tornadus. I'm going to swap out Iron Hands for my Chien-Pao. We're going to stop the Leers, because again, I had no idea that it hit both Pokemon. I thought it just hit the one target. That's so odd that it hits both. I guess that's something that you learn when you don't like I don't play singles, but you play singles throughout the entire game, right? You don't do like a lot of doubles or triple battles, so it's not something that everyone's going to learn right away. So that was really, really interesting. But I'm going to taunt that Tornadus, make it so they can't do another one. Icicle Crash goes into the Chien-Pao. It's not very effective. Bleak Wind will go off next, and Tornadus will avoid it, and so will Chien-Pao, because take that. Why not? We have Tailwind up, right? Yes, Tailwind's up for one more turn. And we're going to go ahead and do our own Bleak Wind, and I'm going to Ice Spinner into the Tornadus slot, because why not? Chien-Pao Ice Spinner right into the Tornadus slot, and it's going to knock it right out of here. A goodbye. Now, Icicle Crash could still come out from the Chien-Pao, and it's going to do a lot of damage. Sacred Sword into the Chien-Pao. It's going to knock it out, but I'm okay with that for the most part, because here comes the Bleak Wind, and it'll miss the Chien-Pao. Let's go. And my Tailwind's gone. But that's totally fine, because now Iron Hands gets to come out, and he is currently Terra Electric. Iron Hands comes out and says, "Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes." As I Tailwind, and we're gonna Fake Out. I do go faster than Sucker Punch, but I'm gonna Fake Out the Chien-Pao. Sucker Punch is probably gonna come out, but it's not gonna hit anything because I'm not attacking anything. But I have to be very, very careful, because Wicked Blow is also very, very dangerous, because it's an auto crit. Doesn't matter what my stats are. So even that could knock out Iron Hands. It puts him into a very vicarious situation. I don't really know how to deal with this one, to be honest. They're going to Terra, and it's probably going to be Chien-Pao and do Ghost. They called it. Fake Out was going into that slot, and if I was going to do Drain Punch, that would have went into that slot too. Detect on the Iron Hand, or on the Urshifu. Fake Out goes right into that slot. Isn't going to do anything, but I wish it did. Tailwind will now go up. And now Chien-Pao is free to attack. Here comes Icicle Crash. Ooh. Their Tailwind is gone. Mine is back up and ready to roll. And I think I'm just gonna swap to Dragonite, actually, because right now Iron Hands isn't going to be able to do anything. I don't think he's going to be able to outspeed anything on that side of the field, and I kind of want to have Fake Out in again, and just in case something does happen. So swap him out again with 7 HP to spare. I mean, it was a free switch in, but it's, I don't know what else to do. Sucker Punch would have knocked out my Pokemon for sure. Well, I don't know who notched the attack. It was the Urshifu, but Chien-Pao gets all of that. Icicle Crash will come down and hit the Tornadus 100%, knocks him out. So now Iron Hands comes back. They did nothing to the Dragonite. That would have been like the thing to do, but they did nothing. So now I'm going to Fake Out the Urshifu, and I'm going to Ice Spinner into the Chien-Pao. Yeah, I'm going to Ice Spinner into that slot. Because I'm going to fake... Well, they detect, so they're going to block the Fake Out from there, which is totally fine. Icicle Crash is probably going to hit the... No, Ice Spinner comes first. Oh yeah, because I'm under Trick Room. That's right. Dope. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So now, very bi-curious situation that we see ourselves here. He's definitely going to hit us with a Sucker Punch, but he doesn't know what we can do with the Dragonite. We're now stuck into Ice Spinner though, so I can't swap out and swap him back in. So that's totally fine. Ice Spinner will now go out from Dragonite hits Urshifu, leads him to half. Wicked Blow, then goes right into the Iron Hands. Auto crit. Iron Hands goes down. Tailwind is gone on my side of the field. Ice Spinner now goes into the to the Urshifu slot. Wicked Blow, boom. Oh, even with the crit, not enough. Multiscale saves us the day. And, oh, he's down to 1 HP. This might have it for him. This might be it for him. Let's see. Come on, Dragonite, survive. Oh, no. Nope. With the crit. Can't do it. Couldn't do it. We tried. Not bad, though. We might have been able to do it if I didn't go into Ice Spinner, but go into Extreme Speed. But there was little chances of winning. Very little. If Tailwind didn't like go out, I would have, but it did, unfortunately. All right, and our final match is here and ready to go. We've got Fluttermane, Rillaboom, Urshifu, Arcanine, Gastrodon, and Driftbloom. What? That's interesting. I kind of want to know what Driftbloom's going to do this gen. Let's go. We're going to be faster than a lot of Pokemon here, except for Fluttermane. So we're going to bring in Tornadus, and I want to bring in Urshifu for the Arcanine, but he's not going to do anything with Gastrodon on the field. Fluttermane would make cake to a lot of these Pokemon, but may not be the best move. We'll give it a try though. Fluttermane and Tornadus with Qian Pound in the back for Rillaboom and Dragonite, because I don't really know what else to bring, structurally speaking. With Driftbloom being Ghost, he's got 2 Ghost Pokemon, Driftbloom and Fluttermane. With them being Ghost, I am less likely to bring in a Terra normal Dragonite, so he might just be just a normal Dragonite in this matchup. We'll see, but Rillaboom and someone from the distant past, it is the Driftbloom. Interesting. Grassy Surge comes out. Both of those characters are shiny, so that's dope. And Driftbloom gets access to Grassy Seed, so it raises its defense. And Booster Energy will get access to mine. All right, so I'm gonna first do Taunt on the Driftbloom because it's not dark. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna Terra Fairy Shadow Ball. No. I'm gonna keep it Ghost in case if Fake Out hits that slot. So Shadow Ball into the Driftbloom automatically. Oh, Fake Out went into the Tornadus instead. That's just totally fine. Taunt still happens because Covert Cloak says I say so. Taunt is felled by the Driftbloom. I don't know what else he's gonna do, but this should hit, and it does, and it's a 1-hit KO. Goodbye, Driftbloom. Now, it might have Flame Body, which then would have burnt someone, which if that was the case, Hex was probably going to be its move, or at least one of the move sets. If it was anything else, I mean, Curse is still a possibility. Disable is still a really good possibility. As a matter of fact, it's really, really, really dangerous to have. I don't know what that Fluttermane is carrying, but I'm going to activate Tailwind so that I don't die. All right, so that I can outspeed, and I'm going to Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy, do I Shadow Ball or do I Moonblast? I'm going to Shadow Ball. Terra Fairy, Shadow Ball. They might Terra as well. So far, it's just me. Which means that they might not have clicked that slot, or I'm just faster at making my movesets. I'm not 100% sure. Nope, they went Protect instead. It's still a good call, but we're gonna set up Tailwind so that we outspeed. Shadow Ball goes right into that protected Fluttermane. What are you gonna do, Mr. Monkey Man? Wood Hammer to the Fluttermane, which is gonna knock it out. Fair play, Mr. Monkey Man. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Rillaboom was hit with the recoil and heals up just a little bit due to the grassy field. So here comes Qianpao. Sword of Ruin lowers down everyone's defenses. And I'm going to go ahead and use Bleak Wind and Ice Spinner on the Rillaboom. Probably going to switch here. That would be what I would do, is swap out Rillaboom for someone else. I would lose the grassy field for that turn, but it wouldn't be like a once over, like gone type of thing. It would just be like, oh, well, I'm lose it right now. And they withdrew the Flutter Mane. Okay. Sent out, I can't read that name. Arcanine, also shiny. Intimidate goes off and drops the Qianpao's attack by 1 stage. And they're gonna Terra. It's gonna be the Rillaboom. Okay. It's gonna be fire. So you're gonna be really, really, really resistant to the Ice Spinner. I'm totally okay with that. Super resistant to the Ice Spinner, but it does get rid of the grassy field. And Bleak Wind Storm comes in. Oh, you also really resist that as well. So what is your turn? U-turn, hits Qianpao, and gets sent back. So here comes the Flutter Mane once more. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. What do I have left? 2 more turns of Tailwind. Okay. Rain Dance would help out with Qianpao and would get set up for a 100% Bleak Wind. So I'll do that. And then I'll protect with Qianpao to kind of save me a little bit. It looks like Arcanine's weak against fighting type moves. It's really, really interesting. Flutter Mane will protect, which is totally cool. I figured that's what they would do. Rain Dance, lower down any Flare Blitzes, but the Rock Slide is going to be really, really damning. But here it comes. Misses the Qianpao. Please miss the Tornadus. It doesn't. But that's okay, because now you get a free switch in to the Dragonite in the back, and even though he cannot be Terra Normaled, he can still do a lot of damage to the Pokemon in front of him. Especially with Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum could knock out Dragonite and Arcanine, and it will do a lot of damage. But he could swap out into... Oh, actually, that's a good thing. If he swaps out Arcanine for Rillaboom, it brings up the Grassy Surge, but it sets him up for failure. So I'm going to Sucker Punch the Flutter Mane. He's going to protect, which is good. Because the swap in would have been like otherwise Rillaboom, and that would have messed him up really, really bad. And I'm locked into Stomping Tantrum. Protected. Tailwind's gone, which is totally fine. Rillaboom with his half HP left. Grassy Surge comes up. Dragonite's gonna Stomping Tantrum again against the Arcanine, and I'm going to protect with the Qianpao. I want to get a turn of healing. Arcanine might attack before Dragonite. He does not, but Rillaboom will flinch him with Fake Out. And here comes the Rock Slide, which may do a lot of damage to Dragonite. We'll see. Oh, brings him down to 8 HP, but he will still live. Oof. Oof. Okay. Stomping Tantrum to the Rillaboom, and we will then Sacred Sword into the Arcanine. I want to try to knock out Rillaboom with Stomping Tantrum. I believe I will go first. Oh, really? Extreme Speed? Okay. I forgot Arcanine carries that as part of his kit. It's a really good tech. Here comes Sacred Sword, right into that slot. It doesn't knock him out. What? That's super effective. We'll go back up to half up for Citrus Berry. Hits a Wet Hammer, hits Chien-Pao, we'll knock him out. That is nuts. I mean, it is -1 for the Chien-Pao. I haven't forgot about that. It's like, still, that's nuts. It probably was the -1 that did it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of today's video with 80 battles under our belt, 40 wins and 40 losses. We have officially tied. This was an insane video, 100%. I still am in disbelief that I got outsped by 307 Fluttermane. That is beyond weird to me. I thought it was Scarfed. It's not Scarfed because Booster Energy was activated. That's how its speed was enhanced. It didn't have Trick Room, didn't have that. It also didn't have Tailwind because it had fallen off. And I had 2 more turns of it. Weird. And in that last match, I thought I had it. It was a good combination of Pokemon that I brought in, and I just couldn't do it. Fake out is a thing. It's a terrible thing. But that's going to be it for today's video, and I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. Go ahead and do the YouTubey things for me at the end of the video by leaving a like if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you are new, or if you are a returning viewer to the channel or the content at hand. I do post a lot of Pokemon content, so hitting the bell icon to the right of the subscribe button will keep you notified any and all times that I do release content of this nature. And don't forget to select all just to make sure that you are notified clearly. When you leave a comment down below, I do reply to any and all comments that you leave behind. They do help out the channel immensely, and I do like reading your guys' feedback. Whether that you just have a big old battle itch like I do, or if you just want to ask me about my team, you can find out below as well. And after that, that's all I really got. I have a couple of things that are coming up, but they're not finished yet, and when they are, I will let you guys know when they are. And I'm still working on those assets because they're something that I want to bring in for future videos as well. And I will also start changing certain names on the videos of Pokemon that I have created thus far. You guys might notice that later on, but until then, enjoy your day. I hope you have a great one. It is the middle of the work week for most, or it's the beginning of the week for some. Just do your best, work hard, so when you come home, you can do the things that you love. And me, it's playing Pokemon on the rank ladder for your guys' enjoyment. So until tomorrow, have a good one, and I'll see you then. See you.